few reasons. Number one, anytime you do a new gateway product, it's critical that it be successful to bring new customers to your brand that you can maintain through a lifetime. But number two, as CRV has moved up in terms of size and price, it's been a rock star for us. It sells over 300,000 units, but it's definitely left a gap in the place it used to occupy, which is new volume potential for us, right? So in a mature company like Honda, where there aren't a lot of new volume segment opportunities, when we come across one like this, it's critical that we leverage it to drive sales growth year over year. So I'm going to start today by talking a little bit about what's going on with our business right now. 2014 was a record year for the Honda brand, best sales year ever, 55 years. So we are experiencing growth, and we expect that growth to continue for another record year in 2015. We'll leverage that momentum that we've established through our core pillar lineup, which right now is pretty dialed. Accord is the #1 best-selling retail car in America, has been for the last couple of years. Civic's #1 best-selling retail compact car. CRV is the best-selling SUV outright. And Odyssey is the best-selling minivan with 32% retail share. Now we're adding Fit. Fit was up 11% last year. That wasn't even a full year of sales for the new model. Now that's getting a lot of traction, and in January we were up 85%. So Fit's starting to play a role driving volume for us as well. So that's the foundation, but looking forward to next year and the year after, we see the real opportunity in the light truck business. As you guys know, the light truck market is on fire right now, and we have an opportunity to drive our volume by riding that wave a little bit. So that's what we're here to talk about today. If you look at our light truck business, since 2000, we've averaged about 40% of our total volume as light trucks. That's CRV, Pilot, Odyssey, and Ridgeline. It peaked in 2006 at about 46% of our total volume, 602,000 units. That was a record light truck year for us. But then it's dipped a little bit. And even though we had record sales last year, that was mostly on the back of Civic and Accord and CRV. So we recognize that we've left some sales on the table here. So we're going to leverage these new models to hopefully target a new light truck record this year. Now the fortification of our light truck lineup really began with the launch of the 2015 CRV. It's been doing really well for us. It got new powertrain, new features, new styling, and it's been really well received. Motor Trend SUV of the year. And since we launched the 2015 model, sales are up 26% year over year. So it's doing really well. Now you add on top of that a new HRV and a new Pilot this year, and we're I think in an ideal position to capitalize on the strength in this segment. So how are we going to do that? Well, we are going to target segment leadership in each of the areas we compete. We believe firmly that we have competitive advantages in the areas of flexible packaging, powertrain innovation, fuel efficiency leadership, safety leadership. So we're going to target benchmark status in these areas, and we think that will give us a competitive advantage on the showroom floor. Now, next up is the new Pilot, which, as you'll recall, we introduced a couple weeks ago at the Chicago show. It's our new 3-row mid SUV entrant, and it's fundamentally more sophisticated and modern and sleek than the outgoing model, which is important because, interestingly, despite the fact that Pilot was the fuel economy leader for most of its lifespan in this segment, customers didn't perceive it that way. They looked at the styling and they didn't see fuel economy, right? So customer perception trailed reality. So with this more sleek and modern look, we think we'll be able to bridge that gap. We're targeting fuel efficiency leadership, of course, but customers will maybe understand more by looking at it as a fuel efficiency leader. More sleek and modern, and with broader appeal than the outgoing model. Also broadening its appeal will be application of our most advanced suite of driver assistive and safety technologies ever. on the Honda brand. We put this under the Honda Sensing umbrella. We launched it on the 2015 CR-V. Also, the application of our next generation ACE body structure. The combination of these things we think will help us achieve IIHS Top Safety Fit Plus and NHTSA NCAP 5-star overall, which we think will make us the leader in third-party crash test ratings in the mid-SUV segment. It'll be another competitive advantage for us. It's critical that Pilot serve as a volume pillar for us because it plays an important role in the lineup. It is a volume pillar. It's the most durable, longest lasting vehicle in its segment, and it's critical for maintaining loyalty. 63% of Pilot buyers come back and buy another Honda. So once we get them in the brand, Pilot's critical for keeping them in the brand. Now also, as you'll recall, at Chicago, we revealed this sketch of the next Ridgeline. The next Ridgeline, I can tell you, will embody the fundamental attributes that made the first one unique in the segment. Great packaging, great flexibility, great driving dynamics, good ride quality, good capability, but add some more traditional truck styling attributes that we think will broaden its appeal a little bit more. So Ridgeline brought new value to the pickup truck market. The next one will also, but we think will broaden its appeal by changing the styling to a little bit more traditional in some areas. But what we're here to talk about today is the engine that's going to be driving our growth in large part this year in the light truck segment. It's the HR-V. The HR-V does what we think Honda does best, which is small vehicle, big on the inside, small on the outside, great packaging, fun to drive, great dynamics, good fuel economy, and fun, lively Honda spirit. So we're pretty confident that it's going to drive growth for us. We're targeting 12-month sales, so average annual sales of around 70,000 units when the factory gets up and running, up at full speed. And importantly, we think about half of those buyers will be conquest, right? So for new customers to the Honda brand. So our new light truck lineup, our fortified light truck lineup, we think positions us well to ride the wave of growth in this segment, help drive growth for the Honda brand. I will be here through lunch and happy to talk to you all more about any questions you have. Look forward to hearing about your thoughts on the new HR-V.